Hello there, hope you're doing well. Today we're reviewing both RSI Zeus MK.II variants, the CL Trader and ES Explorer. I'll give you my best loadouts for each. We'll look at the exteriors, interiors, differences, performance, and I'll discuss some excellent alternatives for each. Let's go! Starting with the Zeus MK.II CL variant, this medium-sized trading ship from RSI holds an impressive 128 SEU of cargo, is currently playable in-game and priced at $175. But before we have a closer look at the ship's design, here's my favorite and best loadout for the Zeus CL. Right, heading straight to the systems tab, you can see we've got two Avalanche military coolers, got two JS400 power plants, an XL1 quantum drive, two FR76 shield generators, and one ram pod. Now the reason I have one ram pod, let me quickly explain the difference in case you don't know. So the industrial shields are typically stronger than military shields, though the problem with them are that once they drop, they do take quite a lot longer to recharge, so you don't really want them in a fight. And since this is a trading ship, we just put on one strong shield to buy us a bit of time, whereas the military shields aren't as strong, but they recharge a lot faster in a fight. The weapons, I've swapped the Dominator 2s out with the Rattler 2s. Then for your main weapons in front, I've got the AD4B ballistic Gatling guns. I'm a big fan of these weapons. If you've seen my other reviews, these are awesome. Throw them on and melt anything dumb enough to get in front of you. Then for the turrets, I've got Sledge 3 mass driver cannons. And on that note, let's have a quick run around the exterior before we head inside. And there she is, this RSI Zeus MK.II CL. With the Halloween paint, it's pretty. I actually like the paint, I didn't think it would look this good. Heading inside, on your left and right, you will see, let's just close this door. On your left and right, you'll see all your component access. In the middle, you see a little railing that you do not see in the ES variant. Here you have a nice gun rack heading to the front now. On the right, you've got a small kitchen. The ES variant's kitchen is slightly bigger with a bigger, nice window there. Since this is a trader, you have a bit less space in the kitchen. And on this side, you've got your habitation area with your storage lockers, 4 crew beds, and a really tiny toilet. Don't want to be stuck in one of those beds if one of your crew members gets stuck in there, if you know what I mean. Heading to the front, open sesame. To the right, you've got your 2 shield generators and the engineering terminal, which we'll see more in the very near future. On your left, you've got your ladder, giving a nice quick access in and out of your ship. Front, you've got your 3 suit lockers. Those are gonna be awesome once you will be able to use them. And then your docking bay, or your docking collar rather, which allows us to jump on the roof and check out this baby from the top. It's a really pretty ship. I love the look of this thing. It's fairly big, and those AD4Bs just look awesome on the Zeus MK.II. Heading back inside, taking a left and going towards the cockpit, you've got more component access here and a fancy gun rack on the right, as well as your pilot chair and 2 seats for the co-pilot. How does it handle? Let's go find out. Sounds of the ship is rather nice. I think it's very quiet compared to some other ships. Maybe I'm going deaf, maybe it's just age, I don't know. But it doesn't sound as loud as some of the other similar sized ships. The handling, I'm not a fan of the handling. I really thought it would handle a lot better. It feels sluggish and really slow. And I mean, if you have a lot of cargo on board, it is probably gonna go even slower. So there's absolutely no running away if you've got a pirate on your tail. But decent firepower, decent shielding. If it's a pirate in a small ship on your tail, you might just be able to turn around and knock him out of the sky. Otherwise, if it's a big boy, you're screwed. There's definitely no getting away in the CL. Before we look at the best alternatives for the Zeus CL, please hit that like and subscribe button if this is of any value to you. I'd really appreciate it. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, here are my favorite traders that are similar in price. The C1 Spirit costs a whopping $50 less than the CL, but only carries 64 SU of cargo. It handles a lot better and is the best cheap-ish option if you can't quite afford the Zeus just yet. Next up is probably the very best alternative to the Zeus CL, although it is still in concept. I'm talking about the Hull B, which you can pick up for $140 and taking into account that it can carry a massive 384 SU of cargo is an absolute steal, because this one will definitely go up in price upon release, which is on the horizon. Concept ships might not appeal to all Star Citizens, so the next best cheaper option would be the Freelancer Max, priced at $150 and allows you to carry 132 SU of cargo. Breathe, Rugo, breathe. And then lastly, if you can afford $25 more, priced at $200, we have the all-time favorite Constellation Taurus, which can carry 168 SU. Not bad. Next up, we have the exploration variant, the Mk.II Zeus ES. Once again, we're starting with the best loadout. Right, heading straight to the systems tab. You can see we've got 2 Avalanche military coolers, got 2 JS400 power plants, an XL1 quantum drive, and 4 FR-76 shield generators. Heading over to the weapons, I replaced all the missiles with Ratlet 2s. Then for the guns, I've got the AD-4B ballistic Gatling guns and DR model XJ3 repeaters. Now, for a quick run around the exterior before we head inside, look at this thing. The Zeus ES looks fantastic, very similar, if not identical, to the CL variant. Heading inside now, through the back ramp, you can see on the right here, you've got your component access, and let me just show you this awesome closing animation. I like it. Bit buggy with the shading there. On the left, again, just some more components and an empty battery space. There's nothing there, little fire extinguisher. On the right, we have, guess what, more components and the extended fuel tank, since the ES is the exploration variant, so it's a bit smaller. Here you do have more space, a nice little window to look out of, and some storage areas for your kitchen. On the other side, a very, very cool looking gun rack allowing you to store a bunch of weapons. And then here's your little habitation area for the crew with a bench, lockers that does not seem to be functioning. Now that's just aesthetics. You've got your 4 bunk beds and a little bathroom with a toilet. Now let's head to the front of the ship, open the cockpit door. On your left, you've got your little ladder and a fire extinguisher. On the right, more components. Your shield generator, engineering terminal. Then on your right here, you've got your suit lockers. I can't wait for these things to be usable. They look awesome. And then this is probably the coolest part. That is your docking door. So this allows us to jump on the roof, just for fun. Check this baby out properly. This gives you a nice indication of the actual scale of the ship. As you can see, it's rather big, though it feels a lot smaller once you are inside. And boy, look at those AD-4B guns. They are nice. Not sure why I'm still holding this thing. Anyway, just one of the many lovely bugs, I mean features of Star Citizen. Yeah, and I can't place it back, it seems. Anyway, not gonna waste our time with that. Let's go check out the cockpit. 3 seats in front, got your life support on the left, another fire extinguisher. Something tells me this thing's very flammable. And then on the right, more guns, and even a little space for a railgun. Let's take this baby out for a spin, shall we? The Zeus MK.II ES is a pretty cool ship, I like it, but it just does not handle all that well. You know, I thought it would handle a lot better, but it doesn't. I'm not a fan, to be honest. It looks great, but it just feels sluggish. And for me, I don't like it. It's pretty. Got decent shields, decent firepower. It's definitely not a bad entry-level ship if you're looking to do some exploration, though it is quite expensive if you ask me. And on that note, now for some Zeus ES alternatives, starting off with 2 very cheap options for those of you who don't want to spend more than $100. First up, the Cutter Scout for $50 might not be the prettiest ship, but it's great, even allowing you to carry a small vehicle, something other ships at this price range can't do. Then, if you're not worried about carrying a vehicle, try the Origin 315P, a classy, fast exploration vehicle that's very cool and fun to fly. This one is priced at only $65. Then there's one of the most underrated explorers out there, a tough and very dangerous Freelancer DUR, with its extended fuel tanks. This one is $40 less, priced at $135, and is every bit as awesome. I actually like this one more than the Zeus MK.II ES, but I've always liked the DUR. Try it if you haven't, you might be surprised at how cool it is. Then there are 2 pricier options. The Terrapin, which honestly I think is garbage at $220. I know, not a popular opinion, but it's mine. And then the $250 Origin 400i. Probably my most purchased and melted ship over the past 10 years of playing Star Citizen. If you can afford it, or just looking for an upgrade from the Zeus ES, you can't go wrong with the 400i. You can watch that review here. That's it, hit like, subscribe, and thanks for watching.